Hey, it's Mikey Mike. Hey, we are kite surfing in Jupiter, Florida once again, and yeah, it was a great day. We had the GB surfboard out, and then we also took the older Cabrina, I think it's called a Secret Agent, out, and that thing was great. I loved it and had a great time. So get some help on the beach here to launch the kite. Super friendly beach, so you got to go down to Jupiter. It's a great place to kite surf for sure, especially when the winds are either south or north. The onshore is a little tricky staying in the surf all the time, but the waves were real low today, which was awesome. Made it easy to get out. There were some waves, and they're tight. They're coming on, and but it wasn't any 6-footers or anything like that. It was probably 2 to 3. But they're kind of relentless. They'll pound you, even the small ones. So I try to get out a little bit further than my kite's going to crash back on the beach if I end up doing something stupid. So I was trying to take the board out a little bit here. I see a little break in the waves, so I'm going to turn the board around and quickly get up on the board and dive the kite. And it's looking pretty good. So it looks a little flat here. And then we'll get out and just start mowing the grass. And this surfboard's super floaty. I made it down to about 229 weight-wise, so I'm only 5'6", but it's still heavy, and it makes it a lot easier to just deal with lighter winds. I was on the 14-meter switchblade, and it was, you can see the trim's all the way out, so it wasn't super windy. It was probably 19-ish. There was a couple of times where it got a little busy, but not too bad. So I'm making the transition here, which was great. Kind of just going kite overhead and making that transition, which was great. The water is pretty nice. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing here. And hey, come along for the kite surfing adventures for sure. So getting in close to the surf zone here, and we're going to try to make a transition and just kind of fall off the board here. So I got to recover before there's any other waves coming. So I knew I had to body drag back out, so before I know I could catch the board, so dive the kite quick and head back to the board. And this is the tricky part, because those waves can come up sneaking up on you. So do it as quick as possible. That wave right there could just take it all the way back to the beach. So I carry a leash, but I don't use my leash. I only use it for rescue or anytime I need to self-launch or drift launch in the water. That's when I use my leash to kind of keep my board there so I can manage the kite and get that stuff going. But I do not like to have my board attached to me. Leashes get really tricky because your board can come up like a boat anchor, right? And or come whip you in the head or something stupid. So be careful with a leash. But I do always have one on my hip, just for, like I said, for rescue or something that happens. So I can use to attach my board, so I don't lose it if I'm trying to self-rescue or something like that. So taking the trim out here, and we'll get ready to transition. And once again, face plant and back to the board. There wasn't a ton of kiters out today, but it was good. I mean, they had a demo a little bit later, but I kited so much in the morning and the afternoon. By the time they got there, I was so spent that I couldn't even check out one of the new Cabrina kites that Adventure Sports had out. So here we go, trying to make the transition, and makes the transition. Wow, that was amazing. It's always a win when you make a transition, no matter what's going on, at least for me. So I'm kiting in some shorts and just a long sleeve kind of rash guard style shirt, and I always like to bring my little gloves just in case I have to self-rescue, because those lines can really cut through your hands. And my bar's getting a little slippery for some reason, so I used a little wax. So I was trying to rub some wax off my board to kind of make the bar a little more sticky. And I came from California, so I had a lot of cold water wax, which is really sticky in the warm waters of Florida. So that stuff works really good. And I always kite with my little water shoes on, and those things, I got them off Amazon for like 20 bucks. And man, on the grip tape here, I get plenty of traction. No need for wax on the board anymore. I just use it around the rails just to grip the board when I'm, pushing it away here, or I have to grab it when I lose it. And it's always good to have some wax on the board on the side rails. I don't know what that does for your speed, because I put it on just a little bit on the side edge and the bottom, and then tip and tail, and but it is what it is. I definitely like to be able to catch that board, because sometimes it's only just a finger grip that you get, and when you're body dragging back to it, or you'll miss it. Right there, grab the tail, and I also put some of that grip tape on the tail, nose and tail, so that's helping a little bit too, with a little bit more gription. I'm not sure if gription is a word, but it works for me. So yeah, we're grabbing the Secret Agent board here. This is an older Cabrina board that I think I got it for about $100, I think, at Jupiter Kitesurfing. And yeah, this thing is awesome. It's a 510. It's pretty floaty, and it has a big wide stance to it, and kind of a flat board. It has great planing. So even that, I think it was a 6.2 board I was using before, and this thing is pretty comparable, a little shorter, but it still works good. And this is like my second go-to board. So I'm trying to transition to a similar board. My S-Quad is great for high winds and surf, but this thing is, I like it. It's a lot of fun. The only problem with this board is a little bit heavy. But most kitesurf boards are a little heavier because they're hold up to the thrashing that people put them on compared to the surfboard. I wish Cabrina would come out with a little bit longer board, a little bit more flotation, especially for those heavier riders. And yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But we're making good progress here and having fun. It's all about having fun. That's why I go out. It's so addicting. Kitesurfing is awesome. So able to stay upwind, have some good time, make the transition here, and right into the surf and waves, and make the transition, which is great. The winds are a little bit light, so even on the transition, sometimes my butt hits the water and I have to really dive the kite to get going. So I'm following this guy on his core kite, and it looks like I'm cutting upwind pretty good, and he's going a little slower, and I'm trying to make sure I don't dive my kite on his head, because it is kind of light. Let's see if we can make the transition here again. And, nope. So quickly try to dive the kite back to the board, and the board gets swept up a little bit with the wave. And it spits it back out, and we make it. And before the next one comes, let's get back up on this thing and go. So this is literally, we'll hold on to the nose and pray we don't lose it. And guess what? See ya. So we'll try this again. So push the board away and swing my feet up as quick as I can. A little side paddle just to kind of keep my balance, and then dive the kite and go. Clean transition on the outside. So going off another run here, just trying to make it out through the surf zone here. Looking for that lull in the sets, and then try to jump up and go. Got a few little waves to deal with, but nothing too crazy. The kite's trimmed in. It got a little bit windier, but it was kind of up and down winds. And the winds kind of died off, so it was time to wrap it up for the day. But I had a great day. It was a long kite day. About 4 hours of kiting. Not at all one time. But the water's super clean. There's a few Portuguese man o' war out there. Sporadic, and I didn't see any other hazards. You know, Florida's the shark attack capital of the world. But yeah, I think that's because we have so much coastline. But there's a lot of sharks out there for sure. So that's a good motivator to get you back on your board. Dive the kite and go. Yeah, I really like this Secret Agent board. It's super cool. I got it it was used, but it wasn't used. It was a new. It might have got damaged in the shop because there was a ding repair up on the nose, and it still had all the tags on it. And I got it for $100. It was awesome. And this board really does good. I just wish they had a little bit more floaty board that was available. But end up having to get just a normal like fish or some sort of surfboard, like a 6.0 or something that will work for me. My other boards get a little bit tired, and matter of fact, today I just sold my S-Quad, my 5.7 S-Quad, and I have two 5.9 S-Quads, and my surfboard. And also have a foil board. I haven't taken it out here in Florida yet, but I think I know a location that might work out good for me. Not sure if I want to try in the surf, because foil boards and surf seem like a headache, or a head injury, one of the two. That's Mikey Mike. Hey, if you haven't, if you like this video, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you want to follow my channel. And check out some kitesurfing adventures. This guy turned around and went the other way. I was like, oh no, here we go. So I almost lost the kite, and that was a tricky one right there. So I think we're going to wrap it up and get my butt back to the beach. Looks like I got another run at me, so here we go. Still a secret agent. I was enjoying this board today. It was a lot of fun. I usually take out the bigger board to start, and then I'll try some smaller board if it's windy enough. But yeah, it was fun. Cutting through the surf, and I was surviving. Yeah, you know what I'm grabbing for a trim, then it's a little bit breezy. And when I grab trim and it's all the way in, you know it was a little tricky. So I'm trying to do a down loop bottom turn here and see if we make it. Trying to switch my feet. I'm going downwind pretty good here. Looks like I didn't quite make it, so unspin the bar. Trying to navigate a little bit of traffic. There was a young lady over here on her board, and we were trying to kind of communicate. She's like trying to go around me, so I'm like, okay, I'm going. So dove the kite, got around her. She was chill. She was trying to get her board, and yeah, so much fun. I had a great day. It's a little kite cam perspective. Looking at little swells here and trying to ride a couple little swells. I'm getting a little better in the surf each and every time I go, so either it's going in or out or whatever, but and kind of take it off the lip and get washed out. Here's the helmet cam perspective, trying to ride a little lip here, little wave, little baby wave, and then get washed out. Yeah, it's so much fun at Jupiter. Make sure you, when you're down in Florida, come on down and check it out. That was Mikey Mike. We're gonna do a quick land here and get a little help. This guy was a little hard on my kite though. I was like, he just kind of chucked it down there.